You aren't alone because I'm with the identical twins.
Yeah.
Which one's which?
I'm Leah. And I'm Ava.
The world of modeling has always been the center of beauty and glamour, and the twins Ava and Leah Clements are no exception. The most beautiful twins in the world have taken the modeling industry by storm. But behind the glamorous photo shoots and their growing Instagram page lies the story of a resilient family that pursued an everyday life. From preserving a normal childhood to facing public scrutiny, their story has raised many intriguing questions about the nature of fame in the digital era. What did it take for them to thrive in child modeling? And how did they preserve the essence of childhood with so much competition? What did it take for the family to maintain their values and identities when they were kept in the spotlight? Join us as we explore why these twins were named the most beautiful in the world and how they are today. Birth of the beautiful twins. On a hot summer morning, Kevin and Jackie Clements woke up when they felt a soft rumble of excitement. There was a gift coming their way that would change their lives in ways they could never have dreamed. They had no idea that this day would start a fantastic journey that would make people in every place fall in love with beauty all over again. Everyone was excited when Jackie went into labor weeks before her due date. As the couple hurried to the hospital, their hearts raced with happiness and worry. Even though they came early, fate had expertly made its fabric to ensure their twin girls would be born healthy and strong. When the birth sounds of Ava Marie and Leah Rose filled the room, time seemed to stop. When the Clementses looked at their girls, they were shocked by their beauty. Two sets of eyes looked at them, as deep and blue as summer seas. They saw wisdom that was out of this world. The parents-to-be were amazed by the baby's round lips, perfectly round faces that looked carved by a master artist, and pink skin as bright as the dawn. The twins' early birth, 4.5 weeks ahead of plan, set the tone for their future. Because they were naturally caring, Jackie knew that the girls' early appearance meant they would have exciting characters. They couldn't wait to see the outside world and begin their exciting and fun trip. People often came to their hospital room after word got out that they had had twins. People from family, friends, and even strangers were amazed by how beautiful the kids were. As comments and praise fell like snowflakes, they couldn't find the right words to describe what they saw. With tears in her eyes, one nurse said, "They look like little angels." "I've never seen such perfect babies," said a second friend in a serious tone. The Clements took the praise, and on the inside, they were shocked at how their girls made people feel. They knew, of course, that their children could be loved, but this was a different story. Most people were drawn to Ava and Leah because of their beauty. It looked like they were born that way. The twins were more beautiful than they looked. Their personalities grew as they grew, with each other balancing it out like the sun and the moon. Ava's infectious laugh and curious eyes made her seem to be always looking for new things to discover, no matter how dark the room was. Leah's smile could light it up and make everyone feel welcome. Family and friends repeatedly told the girls that they should become models. At first, Jackie and Kevin laughed at the idea. They were still kids after all, but as people kept talking about them and stopping them in the street to compliment the twins, the idea began to take shape. As she watched the girls sleep one night, Jackie thought, maybe there's something to this. Maybe their beauty is meant to be shared with the world. Kevin nodded, and at the same time his pride and desire to protect grew. If that's what they want when they're old enough to decide. They had no idea that this harmless conversation would set off a chain of events that would bring their family to unimaginable fame and honor. Along the way, there would be failures and wins, times of doubt and joy. Ava and Leah's undeniable, almost supernatural beauty would last through anything, a bright spot in the world that can be sad. But problems grew as the twins became more well-known. The Clements family quickly learned that the world of child modeling, which seemed exciting at first, was a maze with many twists and turns they didn't expect. How will the family stay close while they get used to their new, rugged surroundings? Experience of modeling at an early age. People, including friends, family, and even strangers, always told them that they should be models. When they were only 6 months old, Jackie made a choice that would change their lives. She felt both excited and scared about it. As the other end of the phone rang, she could feel her heart rate rising. The call immediately connected her to a well-known modeling agency in Los Angeles. As the conversation continued, she knew there was no turning back when the agent answered the phone with excitement, and as she had expected, the whirlwind began immediately. After that, they always had fittings, interviews, and picture shoots. Each lesson was filled with the girls' charm and laughter, and their childlike nature made it hard for them to understand the chaos around them. There was something naturally appealing about every picture, ad, and look, but the shadows got stronger as the light got brighter. It was hard for Jackie to balance her family's needs with the modeling business's demands. The older brother of Ava and Leah was also a child and needed care and attention. There were racks of small brand things and picture albums all over the house. Their house seemed to be getting smaller as they took on more responsibilities. Finally, Jackie would stay in the nursery late at night to watch her girls sleep after everyone else had left. Under the light of the nightlight, she would often think about how different her girls looked from other models. People would start to doubt her and ask a question that she wouldn't dare to ask. Are we pushing our kids into a world they aren't ready for, and whether they were too young for this? Even with all the flash and glitz, there is a darker side to modeling. It didn't help Jackie when she kept thinking about stories about young stars who gave into pressures of fame. Jackie also began to notice changes in the kids' behavior as the days went by. People used to laugh out loud all the time in this house, but now it's just a stage for grins for the camera. The girls' constant advice from the shooters and artists makes them less interested in the world around them. When the agency asked for a 3-month contract, Jackie finally lost it. The girls' behavior had changed. She knew they were grumpy and annoyed from being in the bright light for so long. Their eyes used to sparkle and catch everyone's attention, but now they didn't, and their happy smile looked fake. But then, one terrible day, Jackie made a choice that would change her life. She stood in the middle of the room and approached the agency agent. She told him, "I don't think this'll work out." People tried to convince Jackie, but she didn't change her mind. She knew their health and happiness were more important than a contract or the chance their kids would become famous. There were some changes they had to make to get back to their everyday lives. The phone that used to ring with opportunities had stopped. The house that used to be complete isn't quite empty now, but Jackie saw her daughters' faces change as the days passed. The pretty smile that was lost in the glitz was now in nature. The joy of a child had come back to the house. Once they were interested again, they started to look around their surroundings, without worrying about a picture shoot or meeting a schedule. In the following years, they experienced the average highs and lows of being a parent. The place of casting calls and photo shoots was taken over by birthday parties, first days of school, scraped knees, and bedtime stories. The world lost 2 young models but gained 2 happy, well-adjusted girls. Jackie has never regretted her decision to quit modeling. Hiatus and return to modeling. On the wall calendar, July 7th, 2017 was a big day. Ava and Leah were 7 years old. Years had passed since the girls' short-lived try at modeling as babies. There were bedtime stories, first words, and scraped knees. By the time they were 7 years old, Ava and Leah had grown into lively young women with unique personalities that matched their natural beauty. While Jackie was preparing for the day, she thought about what might happen. She thought about what might have happened if they'd gone that bright path and not given up on the modeling business. But she quickly threw these thoughts out. At the time, she thought it was the right thing to do to give the kids a chance at a normal childhood. She turned around to see Ava and Leah chasing each other around the waterfall in the yard. They were laughing. Their natural, pure laughter filled the room like music. Jackie watched with joy as they spun and danced. As they did, their faces lit up. That pull on her heart hadn't been there in years, but was there then. The party was over and the last guest left. Jackie pulled her girls close. They sat on the porch swing together. The girls were still red from all the fun they'd had that day. Jackie asked the girls about their earliest memories of being in ads and pictures. Leah and Ava looked at each other with bright blue eyes that were interested. Flashes of bright lights and colorful clothes danced around in their minds as they nodded. Then Jackie asked them if they would be interested in modeling again, but only if they wanted to. The reaction was electric and happened right away. Ava jumped to her feet with a big smile that looked like it could swallow her. Leah did the same thing and happily clapped her hands. Their voices mixed when they asked their mother many questions and yelled at her. They asked when they could start, if they could be models again, if they could wear pretty dresses, and if cameras would be there. With a laugh, Jackie said she was excited and scared at the same time. She was ready for some excitement, but not this much. She knew she'd made the right choice as she watched her girls pose and spin around, getting ready for their made-up photo shoots. Over the next few weeks, a lot was going on. When Jackie asked about old friends in the field, she was surprised that many doors were still open after years had passed. This time, she was determined to do things differently. She would monitor her girls' jobs and always put their well-being first. They got their first reservation by chance. One of the neighbors sought models to show off her new children's business ideas. It was the perfect chance to get back into modeling on well-known ground slowly. On the day of the shoot, Jackie felt a lot of different feelings as she helped the girls get ready. She gave them soft waves in their hair and a slight blush on their cheeks to keep the basic style. No one was wearing very fancy clothes or heavy makeup. She wished everyone could see Ava and Leah for what they were, lovely, active 7-year-olds. When she took out her old Nikon camera, it made her feel nostalgic. Things were so different from the busy lives they had as kids. The girls were no longer just silent observers, they were now excited, involved participants in this trip. With the start of the picture shoot, Jackie quickly realized that this new phase would bring problems. The girls' personalities shone through even when they were pushing each other for fun, running into each other by accident, or fighting with their siblings. Modeling world and their challenges. As Jackie Clements drove along one of Los Angeles' wide freeways, the soft hum of the engine broke the silence. Ava and Leah talked happily in the back car about how excited they were for their next photo shoot. When the girls returned to modeling, it was an exciting ride with new challenges and daily wins. As Jackie slogged through the awful LA traffic, she thought about the past few months. The happiness in her girls' eyes made the whole trip worth it, even though it wasn't easy. The first times they tried to get back into modeling, they were quickly reminded of how things had changed. They were no longer shy kids who liked being photographed. Ava and Leah, both 7 years old, were happy and outgoing, but they each had their unique traits and goals. When Jackie talked about their early problems, she did so with a smile. They were both cute mistakes and perfect poses in the finished pictures. But it wasn't just the women who had to change. When Jackie walked into a world she thought she knew, she was shocked by how different it was. It was now essential for a model's job to be active on social media sites like Instagram, so she had to quickly learn how to use them and build an online profile. Jackie set up the Clements Twins Instagram account by learning to use it slowly and carefully. She picked shots of the girls that showed off their beauty and lively personalities. She did this with the same meticulous care she put into their careers. The flood of support was massive. It only took a few months for their fan group to grow to over 380,000. Many people liked and posted on each post, which shows how much love there is for the twins worldwide. But Jackie had to deal with the pitfalls of public opinion. People both praised and criticized her for exposing her girls to the demands of the modeling business at such a young age. People praised her for helping her children improve their skills. She felt better knowing that every decision was made with Ava and Leah's best interests at heart. She cared very much about their happiness and well-being and was ready to quit modeling if it became a burden instead of a joy. As they walked into the studio's parking lot, Jackie pushed these thoughts away. They should be proud of their work and look forward to new opportunities. As they walked into the studio, a lot was happening around them. People working as stylists and makeup artists were busy preparing for the picture shoot. The bright clothes and accessories that Ava and Leah saw were so exciting that they could hardly hold back their smiles. Jackie found a quiet place to watch while the women were led to the hair and makeup section. As Leah sat quietly and took every step of the process, she saw Ava's happy personality charm the makeup artist. When the picture shoot began, Jackie was shocked by how things had changed. The excited 7-year-olds from a minute ago were no longer there. 2 calm young models took their place. They had gentle makeup on their faces, bringing out their natural beauty instead of hiding it. But even though they posed with ease and skill, bits of their authentic selves came through. There was a moment of sisterly laughter and talking as they planned something, a fun nudge when one accidentally bumped into the other, and a laugh together between takes. These were the best times for Jackie. She was told that Ava and Leah were just kids, bright, naughty, and different from each other, behind the glamorous modeling world. It got louder and louder on Jackie's phone as the day went on. Their latest Instagram photo, a behind-the-scenes shot from setting up in the morning, was getting a lot of likes. Fans from all over the world wrote comments that showed how important the twins were becoming. The success of the family and their growing popularity. The Clements house had an exciting and sometimes too strong spirit. Jackie stood in the kitchen with a warm cup of coffee and watched her 3 kids prepare for the day. The beauty of twins, Ava and Leah, had blown the world away. Their older brother Chase was getting his smile ready for a tryout. It wasn't meant for the whole family to get involved in show business. However, as the twins' fame grew, Chase also got sick. He was already famous in TV spots and ads when he was 10. Jackie was amazed at how much everything seemed to fit together by chance. The lucky number 7 had worked like magic for the family. When the twins turned 7 years old in 2017, everything changed. Not quite a year later, she couldn't believe how much their lives had changed. As Jackie watched her kids play together, she felt happy. Despite all the fame and attention, they could stay grounded, support each other, and most importantly, be happy. This fact made her happier than any modeling deal or TV show could have made her because their bond grew stronger daily. She'd become stronger over the past year, learning to ignore the bad things and focus on the great things about their trip. Still, there were times when she thought the whole thing would crush her. Leah looked up from her conversation with Chase as if she could feel her mother's short-term pain and ask how she was. Her daughter's understanding moved her, and Jackie smiled. She told her she was amazing, and she was thinking about how lucky they were. Maybe they could be as famous as Bella and Gigi Hadid one day, Ava said excitedly. Jackie was asked if she'd seen the new comments on their most recent post. Jackie laughed when she learned about the sisters who were supermodels. Even though it was a good comparison, she was trying to keep her kids in check, even though it wasn't the first time it had been used. Jackie told Ava it was beautiful, but she also told her fame wasn't the most important thing. It was clear to her that how they used their power was important. After she was done talking, her phone rang again. This time the email came from a well-known nail shop known for giving money to good causes. They wanted the twins for their next ad. As Jackie read the details, she began to get an idea. She thought this was the perfect chance to show the girls that their growing fame could be used for more than just taking pretty pictures. It may be good for the world. The family got back together in the living room later that night. They'd been busy with schoolwork, picture shoots, and tryouts all day. Jackie saw the twins' eyes light up excitedly as she told them about the nail paint deal. The best part, Jackie said, would come next. A piece of each bottle sold would go to helping kids who don't have much. She was interested in what they thought about it. It took the kids a while to understand this, and then the room went quiet. Then there was a flood of questions and ideas that came out almost at the same time. Inquiries were made about meeting the kids at Helps, taking pictures with some of them, and being able to pick which charity the money would go to. Jackie felt proud inside. She then realized they were on the right track, even though they had trouble and got bad feedback. She saw that her kids were getting ahead at work and becoming thoughtful, kind adults who knew how important it was to give back. Leah Clements and Ava. Where are they now? At age 9, Ava and Leah became famous in the modeling world and on social media after being called the most beautiful twins in the world. Ava and Leah's modeling jobs largely took off because of social media, which helped them get out there. Their online profile immediately caught the attention of big brands, leading to their relationships with Nike, Disney, Mattel, and Target. Because the twins became more well-known and active online, top modeling companies like LA Models and Iris Talent Agency found and signed them. Their stunning pictures started appearing in well-known magazines, confirming that they were already big names in the modeling world at a young age. Their Instagram following went over 1 million by March 2019, which gave them even more exciting opportunities. Ava and Leah have been able to live a normal life despite their huge fame. Like other kids their age, they still go to school, hang out with their families, and do things unrelated to modeling. It shows how much support and direction they get from their parents, Kevin and Jackie Clements, that they can balance their busy work and home lives. Even though they're becoming more famous, their parents play a big role in keeping them grounded and ensuring they have happy and fulfilling childhood. But in 1999, Kevin was diagnosed with T-cell acute lymphoblastic leukemia and lymphoma, a rare and serious form of cancer. This threw a wrench into what seemed to be the Clements family's perfect life. Kevin first thought he had a cold when working as a swim teacher at California's J. Sarah Catholic High School, but when his health got worse, the diagnosis was confirmed, which made life very different for the family. Kevin was getting very harsh treatment, while Ava and Leah decided to make better use of their platform. After getting millions of friends, they knew they could change the world. Together with DKMS, the world's largest bone marrow donation center, the twins started a drive to get their fans checked as possible donors, not just for their dad, but anyone who needs a match. Because of their serious plea, people spread false information about the process and how easy it is to become a bone marrow donor. Kevin's fight lasted a long time and was hard, but they were both relieved when Kevin's brother, Chris, was found to be a bone marrow match. Kevin's transplant went well, and he slowly got better. Kevin said it would be a long trip. However, being with my family and seeing Leah and Ava's smiles and excitement keeps me going. I can focus on the good thing that will happen at the end of the trip. Even after their father got better, Ava and Leah's plan to change the world didn't stop. They quickly changed their focus to a different, more personal cause. At 10 months old, their cousin Shane was found to have SMA, which stands for spinal muscular atrophy. So the twins worked with Nail and Bone, a nail polish business, to raise money for SMA research. They were determined to help. Their effort made more people aware of how important early diagnosis is. They also pushed for screenings for babies and worked to find a fix for the disease. Through these projects, Ava and Leah have shown that they're ready to use their platform for more than just showing off the newest, coolest clothes. Giving back to the community and raising knowledge about important health issues affecting their family drives them. They've done things on social media that showed it could be used for more than ads. It's still going well for the twins in their jobs, but they have to deal with the problems of being cool so young. Many people have said they're worried about how their public image affects others and how it might hurt their early years. Their mother, Jackie, is open about her fears and talks about how hard she tries to keep Ava and Leah's lives normal. She's talked about how the family's money problems helped the twins reach their goal and have a happy childhood. As their manager, Jackie keeps an eye on their jobs and keeps them away from the worries that can come with being famous. She always puts their well-being first. Ava and Leah have many options, responsibilities, and problems with social media. These people have a big following and a lot of influence. They have over 10,000 plus TikTok fans and over 2.1 million Instagram followers. But there's a lot of duty that comes with it. They must find a way to be real while giving a good impression. The world isn't easy to get around in, especially for two famous young girls, but their parents have been a huge help in getting them through these problems. Kevin and Jackie worked hard to ensure the girls knew their boundaries and kept their private lives private. They also protected them from the problems of being famous at such a young age. Because they are minors, they must be extra careful in such a public place, and parents play a big role in ensuring their kids stay grounded and safe throughout it all. Ava and Leah have a wonderful future ahead of them, full of exciting chances. They're thought to be worth more than $500,000, even though they're only 14 years old. Many people will never be able to do what they've already done. Twins are still doing well as models but have bigger plans. They're trying new things like starting their clothesline, Kevia, which lets them follow their love of design and creation. Their family's YouTube page also has videos of them doing daily things, which gives fans a better idea of who they are outside of modeling. As a result of their art, Ava and Leah are growing in many ways, such as building better relationships with their fans and expressing themselves in their unique ways. Ava and Leah have been through a lot and come out even better. They've shown the world that they're more than just pretty. They use their power to further a cause and act as a spokesperson and role model. The things that make them stand out are their strong ties to their families and neighborhoods, which have shaped who they are today. Watching their family members suffer as their dad fights cancer has had a huge effect on how they see life. Their experiences have inspired them to use their power to change the world, focusing on bringing attention to important problems and helping people who need it. If you've watched the video till here, that means you've enjoyed the video. Subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notifications bell icon